In the case of an Atlanta mega church leader who is accused of coercing 4 young men into sexual relationships, Bishop Eddie Long and his accusers have quietly started closed-door settlement talks. So Ryan Smith, who is a lawyer himself, is joining us now. But remember when he told the congregation, I will fight this, justice?
Yep, he did it with passion. He said, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to have my day in court. But then he turns around and settles. And this is kind of a mediation, so it's a little bit different.
Well, they haven't settled yet, have
exactly.
they? They're working on it.
This is a discussion that they will have, they're saying, at the early part of next year. Now, mediation is a little bit different because when you get into a mediation, both sides kind of sit at the table and start talking about, well, here's some of the things that I did. So it's kind of a surprise to see this happen. But, Robin, there's a couple big reasons why it is happening. It's one thing to get out there and say, I'm innocent. And it's another thing to realize that the mere allegations that could come out in a public trial are a lot more damaging than whether or not you win that trial or not. So I think this is about keeping it private first and foremost. When they do, if they do end up with a settlement, nobody will hear about the details. It'll probably be under lock and key. And at the same time, he could still come out in the public and say, I didn't do anything wrong, and no one else can say anything otherwise. The other thing is, this costs a lot of money to go to trial. It's very expensive.
And that would cost the church.
Exactly. But I think the biggest deal, no admission of guilt. If you've got a mediation and you've ended up settling things, there's no admitting that you did anything wrong. No matter what happened here, I think the feeling is if something is worked out, you can just kind of move on.
Okay, now you used to do mediation settlements.
Yeah.
Now, when those things are laid out on the table, does that become public or does that have to stay private?
All private, and that's the brilliant part about mediation, why people like it so much, is because it's everybody gathering in a room. You got a third party there. You decide who did what, and then eventually you come to some sort of resolution.
And nobody goes to jail.
Exactly, and nothing is public.
All right, Ryan, thank you.